CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode on the Realm of Vasten. Yay! So, what I am about to show you guys, some of you might have already seen it, because we did show it off on one of Fixxitt's streams. But for those who missed the stream, I wanted to show you guys what I have been up to here in this nice little hamlet. So we've got Fix, who's an absolute beast at just, throwing up houses. And I definitely have a lot to learn from him in terms of just getting, this stuff set up. Because from what he was telling me, he set up the foundations for all the houses. And then he set up the walls for all the houses. And then the roofs for all the houses. So he did the entire hamlet over here in steps. In each building was in basically the same stage of building, which is, really cool. So I'm definitely going to take that, advice to heart once I start working on some of my own little hamlets and stuff like that. But what I have been doing is taking these wonderful exteriors and adding interiors to them. So this right here, this is just a little barn. So I, got some additional sheep. These ones aren't the colors that we've dyed the other ones. They're just random sheep that I found out in the world. And then we've got some chickens over here laying lovely eggs. Can I steal all your eggs? Because what I've been doing is I've been grabbing their eggs and seeing if I can't make any more chickens, and apparently not, because that one is the only one that I've successfully actually gotten from an egg so far. But yeah, so this is the downstairs of the barn. And then I went ahead and left this stuff as podzol and gravel and stuff, which was already here. Because we're not going to be shearing these guys, so they don't actually need any grass to eat. And I kind of like the look of this for the, the actual floor of the barn. So if we come up here, this is the storage area for the barn. Originally, I was going to put like a little lift or something up here. But it's even, and I've never done any kind of lifts or anything like that were, actually like even. They were all, single beam out and go down, and because I figure, like stuff would end up getting delivered here from the river, which is right next door. And if I can actually, oh my gosh, I can't get down a ladder. But yeah, so I mean the river is right here. So I thought, maybe they would actually deliver stuff here, but yeah, we're just going to leave that as is for now, unless I come up with, some other idea or something for that, and actually creating a even lift, which, yeah, still thinking about it. So this is the first house. So if we come in here, it's just, a real simple house. I did the timbers in between the different ones because this is, slightly odd shaped house. So, the timbers ended up a little bit interesting, and then the upper half slab so that you can actually see the timbers coming down. I really like doing this because I really like it in real life, actually being able to see, like the timbers and stuff within a house. So we've got a little seating area. This is just, a really simple house. One of the things I am thinking about possibly doing is putting a furnace here and running the cobblestone wall up, so like an actual chimney. There we go. But I have to kind of check out the roofs on here, and I've been running a little low on supplies, in terms of like ender pearls and rockets. Really need to get a ender chest in my toolbox, but that will be for another time. So yeah, so that just a real simple house. No second story to this one because I don't think we had. Yeah, there were no windows or anything like that on the top. Because how he built them kind of dictated what I did with them. This one I really like because you actually walk down into the house. And this one is a little bit more elaborate. So we've got, the little dining room here, a little bit of storage. And then we've got hidden lighting underneath the carpet here. So we actually don't have to have any torches, which is fantastic. And then a little kitchen area here. So like a spice rack, little shelves to put stuff. And then, little oven. Apparently I'm clicking stuff that I shouldn't be clicking. And then we've got the spruce within, one of the plants. And then here, how I lit it is these fantastic lanterns. Oh my gosh, I am so happy with the way that Germsy ended up changing the lanterns, because with the addition to lanterns in 1.14, he decided to go ahead and change the ones, because these are actually end rods, but he changed these. So these are now called large lanterns, and they are fantastic. I love these things, and I was so happy when, you know, it's like, oh, I've got to use these inside one of these houses. So that's, you know, that's how this entire area is lit up. And then we got a little closet here, some storage, a bed, you know, more storage. And then let's come over here. This one here, this house is a little bit hidden in terms of its entrance, but I did a little bit of terraforming here, you know, just to make it a little bit easier to get up and down, and then, you know, added a little bit of deviation from just the straight, you know, straight stuff. So things are kind of, you know, falling in over here, as, you know, this is where you go in. So this one, I really liked how this one turned out, because when I came into the house, all of this right here was dirt, and then it went down one and there was dirt, and then he ended up building this, you know, with the windows down here. And it was like, oh, do you know what? That would make a perfect little reading nook. So we got, you know, we got paintings up here. We got hidden lighting, so we don't have to use any torches. And again, more storage. Lots and lots of storage in these places. And speaking of storage, we have a storage room. So we got all kinds of chests, you know, little furnace and a crafting table, and all of that. And then up here, this is actually for 2 people. And then, yeah, it looks like it's starting to get dark. And then a little closet here. And then I did trapdoors on the top just to add a little bit of, you know, interest up there. And then also to close off the top here. Because if you notice in the last house, it was the strip logs right on top. So there is that. Oh, there we go. Now I can sleep. Yay! Get it all nice and bright inside again. And then I did the same thing using the fence posts and then hanging the lantern off of it. Because this is actually how, you know, they have the regular lanterns, the ones in 1.14. You know, a lot of them, they have the fence posts and then the lantern hanging down from it. So yeah, so those are the houses. I don't think... No. I just did the barn and then the 3 houses so far. There's still a lot to be done over here. Like this one's going to be a schoolhouse. And then over here, I'm going to end up removing some Fixxitt stuff over here. Because I actually want to put a forge right here. So I'm going to be making some modifications to this section right here. But I really like the idea of this arch and stuff going in, and the, you know, the actual these blocks here. What are these anyways? So chiseled stone brick turn into the columns, which, yeah, I am absolutely in love with the Taste of Vasten texture packs. It is, yeah, they are absolutely fantastic. So this will be the blacksmith's house, and then we've got 2 more houses over here to do as well. And then Fixxitt put in these fields out in the back. So he just put these ones in because we were talking about it. I can't remember if it was on the stream or if we were talking about it when we were kind of working over here together. But we decided that it would make sense to actually have some more, you know, some more fields going around. Ooh, and what is... I see something underneath that's not dirt. I wonder if he built the grass up on top of some ice. I'll have to remember. I don't know if I have any dirt on me. Do I have dirt? No, brown concrete. No dirt. So I'll have to remember to come back and kind of fix that. Because that is one of the things that you do have to worry about with the farmland, because you get this 1 pixel that just sits up. And so when you do that, if there's something other than dirt underneath, it shows. And so, you know, it's good to actually go through, because I run into that too with the buildings and stuff. Like if you're actually creating a path up to a building, because the path drops it down by 1, you have to make sure, like let's say this was a path and this was a path, then you have to make sure that the block underneath this one and then this one match up the, you know, color palette. So whether You know, this one I would probably end up doing as stone brick, and then this one as cobblestone. Hello, Mr. Chicken. I'm so glad that you could join us. You know, just wish I could get some more random chickens just, you know, running around. In fact, I should probably check the chicken cooker because it might be full again. So that, yeah, that's been an issue. I've been going in there and yeah, it was completely full. I don't know if, you know, anybody else knows to kind of, you know, empty that out every once in a while. Because they do a lot of work over in the city there. Oop, and I just heard a bat, so there is a cave somewhere around here. But yeah, and then the other thing that we are working on in this area is bridges. So, yeah, we already showed you guys the 2 bridges that I had done over here. So we got this one, you know, this little one here, which I was really happy, you know, how this turned out. And then Jermsy changed the double slabs into these cool little wood blocks. At first, I wasn't too happy with how they looked on the bridge, but it looks, you know, it kind of looks like the planks got worn down so much, and like, you know, completely took out any kind of space in between the boards, because that's what the darker sections here are. It's actually space between the boards, and so these have been worn down so much that it now looks like a single board. So yeah, so I'm definitely starting to like that. And then there was this bridge over here, just a simple one with a little gate that, you know, they can end up putting down. Granted, you know, it's kind of running into the grass there, but, you know, you gotta, you know, suspend your disbelief for a little bit there. But what I am currently working on is this bridge over here. This one is actually giving me some fits. And so I am, you know, still trying to figure out what I want to do with this. I kind of wanted to do it like the little one. Ooh, oh wow. That is quite the drop. Oh dear. Okay. I was originally thinking it was like just hopping over there. I'm like, okay, well this should be connected up with this. And that explains why. There's a giant cave underneath. As you know, so that's why it's not actually connected. So I will have to, you know, so lots of little things to fix, you know. So maybe I should get Fixxitt to come over here and fix it. I know that was bad. That was so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is kind of an update as to what I have been working on. I definitely appreciate the suggestions in my last video. I still have to go through those and, you know, kind of figure out how to apply different things. So that is, you know, what I am, you know, going to be working on, hopefully over the next week. This last week has been absolutely insane, with my computer deciding to completely, you know, be like, nope, I'm not working. And yeah, so I had to take it in, get it fixed. Luckily, I got it back the same day. Absolutely loving my the place that I took it to, and then on top of that, I ended up giving them all my new parts, and they were able to figure out what was going on with it, and apparently it was giving them fits. So this build was not for a first timer at all. No, not at all. So, but they were over the weekend, they were able to figure out what was wrong with the motherboard and got everything working. And then come to find out, one of my RAM sticks was bad, and so I had to buy new RAM again. So three sets of RAM in. First one being incompatible, even though they said that it was compatible. So, you know, I actually went to the motherboard website, and it's like, oh yeah, no, this isn't actually compatible. And so bought new RAM. Well, one of those RAMs was bad, so I had to buy more RAM. So it is definitely, yeah, this build, it almost has me to the point where it's like, I don't know if I want to actually build another computer. You know, I've always bought just off the counter, you know, type, you know, pre-built. So, but hopefully the next build, whenever I do decide to, you know, actually build another computer, you know, hopefully it is not quite as difficult as this one. I definitely don't think I am going back to buying any more of the heroes, hero motherboards or anything along those lines. I'm probably going to end up switching over to Intel based. But, they might be just as finicky as this one. So, definitely super happy about that. So, I now have my new computer up and running. Now, if I could just upgrade the internet, then, I would be quite the beast. So, but that is it for updates and stuff like that. I'm actually not going to build for this episode, just for the simple fact that, my recording time this week has been very minimal. And then on top of that, we're also having flooding, which is great. We have a pond on our property, but it looks now like we have, 4 ponds. So just the amount of rain and snow and all of that we've been getting has been making life interesting. And of course, I keep having to make sure that all of our pumps are, working and we don't actually flood downstairs. So that would be really bad. And I think I keep hearing skeleton. Are you hiding down here? Oh, well, there's a zombie. Hi, Mr. Zombie. Oh, yeah, and this was one of the other things that I ended up doing because the water was coming down, but we never decided, where, what we wanted to do with it. And so I just came down here and, and there's a creeper, too. Hi, Mr. Creeper. Have an arrow. Have an arrow. You zombie, have an arrow. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and pop down here. And, yeah. So this is still all hooked up to caves, and so monsters can still, wander around. But the water just comes down, and I ended up flooding this little area. There was a cave entrance over here. Not really a cave entrance, but a tunnel. But I kind of closed it off so that we could actually create, a little pond over here. So that's where all this lovely water ends up going, because it was just flowing down and doing nothing. And it's that doesn't make any sense. So I came in and added that little bit. So yeah, so that is going to do it for this episode. Definitely Mantis talking a lot. But, definitely been working as much as I can, both over here in the hamlet and over in the cave as well. There's still so much to do over there. I haven't really had a chance this week to actually work on the dragon, but we will get there. So I definitely hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, definitely hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. It definitely, it's nice to see new faces in, my little corner of YouTube, and it also helps out my channel. So, and then if you want to be notified as to when I put out additional content, then definitely hit that notification bell. But for now, I'm going to call it, and I will see you guys in the next episode.